What is happening, Magnus? Are y'all ready? Let's get this.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm Warren, and we have a lot of Deadpool and Wolverine news today that I know you're going to be really excited for. It looks like we might know when we are going to get that next official full Deadpool and Wolverine trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine, and if not the full official trailer, then definitely some new footage for the movie. Either way, we are getting new footage for the movie, and we know when it's coming. It also looks like we know the runtime for Deadpool and Wolverine as well. However, there is a little bit of controversy surrounding that right now, but of course we'll break all of this down.
Hope it's 3 hours.
If you love Marvel and want to stay up to date and want to help us get to 1 million subscribers, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. So according to Twitter's Jodinder, who has a very excellent track record of reporting when movie tickets are going to go on sale for movies, he's done this a lot in the past and has been accurate with all the majority of his reports, if not all of them, to my knowledge at least. He has recently come out and said that Deadpool and Wolverine tickets go on sale the 20th of May. That is 3 days from now. That is Monday. So if you are trying to be one of the first people to see one of the first screenings of Deadpool and Wolverine, Monday is when you are going to have to get your tickets. At least if that's how your city is. I know my city, you would have to buy them pretty much on Monday to see the movie. Otherwise, the theater would be sold out. I know that's not the case in all places, but if it is for you, like Monday is your day. Now, the trailer, a new trailer, should be coming with this release. With the release of tickets going on sale for Deadpool and Wolverine on Monday, that is what Marvel typically does. They typically release one of three things, and they do this every time tickets go on sale. They either release a new trailer, and this could be the full official trailer, the final one for Deadpool and Wolverine. Remember, we always get a teaser trailer, a full trailer, and then one more full final trailer before the movies come out. That's what Marvel Studios does. So we could get that full final trailer here. That's one thing that Marvel Studios always does. Or we could simply get a combination of the old trailer with new footage. Basically a trailer specifically designed for the announcement that movie tickets are going on sale. This kind of is a new trailer, but don't get this confused with the full second main trailer because they are not the same. It's basically a dedicated trailer with a little bit of new footage to announce that tickets are going on sale. But still, exciting nonetheless because we will get new footage for the film. Or another thing they could do, the third option they could do that they have done before in the past, is they could simply release a scene from the movie. Marvel Studios does this a lot. They like to release full scenes for movies that are about to come out. And they do this every time. And they will do this for Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm sure. The question is when. They could choose to do this on Monday. This could be when we get our first official scene released from Marvel Studios.
Begin the week.
I doubt in these scenes they would show any cameos, no more than what they've shown in the trailers, pretty much. But of course, there is always the chance that we could get a little glimpse into a new cameo, possibly somebody who works for Cassandra Nova with the footage. Either way, new footage in some way, shape, or form, whether that be a new trailer, a very specific tickets going on sale trailer, or a scene released by Marvel Studios, we're getting new footage on Monday. If this report is accurate, which again, he has been very accurate in the past. So, fingers crossed. Also, we have heard about the runtime for Deadpool and Wolverine. And some of you might have heard this.
2.5 to 3.
You might not have heard about the conflicting reports around this and how some people are kind of disappointed. On the official AMC website, they had Deadpool and Wolverine listed for 2 hours and 7 minutes. People were kind of upset about this, expressing that this seems like way too short of a runtime for a really, really big movie.
Yeah!
A lot
2.5 at least. Come on now.
In which I would personally agree. I think the movie should be longer. However, if you're worried about this, there is still hope. The insider Cryptic HD Quality, who does have a very great track record when it comes to things like this, with runtimes and trailers, went on Twitter and stated this: 2 hours, 7 minutes is not what I heard, to be honest. That's literally one of the test screenings runtimes. Then they state, I strongly believe AMC might make another update at some point. They do put placeholders near finalization, so I'll say wait a little longer.
Okay.
So there is hope, and I'll give you more in just a bit as well, but there is hope that the movie is indeed going to be longer than this, especially when the better and bigger Marvel movies typically are pretty long, usually around somewhere between 2 hours and 30 minutes and 3 hours. But for a movie where we're going to see Wolverine and Deadpool
and all these cameos,
the multiverse, I would hope that this movie would be more towards the side of a longer movie than a shorter movie, because this really is going to be one of the biggest Marvel movies possibly of all time. I believe that it has that potential. I mean, even people who really don't follow the MCU that well love Deadpool and Wolverine. And I think a lot of people are probably going to go see this movie who haven't seen a Marvel movie in a really long time, but they want to go see Hugh Jackman return as Wolverine. And here's some news that gives us even more hope that the runtime will indeed be longer. We know that they are currently doing reshoots. If they are done already, they just finished. That means that AMC can't know the full runtime because they are currently still editing the movie. And if they are filming new scenes to add, which is what we've heard, we've actually heard that the only reason they're doing reshoots is to add more cameos to the film. So don't stress that they're reshooting. It wasn't because something was bad or they wanted to fix something or they decided to scrap something. No, it's simply to add cameos. That is what we have heard, which we're here for. If they do it right, which I believe they will, it's going to be awesome to see all the cameos. So the final cut isn't even done yet, so AMC can't possibly know the full official final runtime. This might have been the one before, or like Cryptic HD said, this could have been one of the runtimes of the test screenings. And usually for the test screenings, it's not the full official runtime that they end up finalizing. Again, especially when you do reshoots. Now, of course, some people ask, well, does the runtime really matter? And that's a reasonable question. And my opinion is, yes, it does matter to a movie, specifically with what Marvel Studios has tried to do with some of their movies recently. I personally think that there have been several movies that have suffered from too short of a runtime. Like,
because sometimes you go see these movies and you're like, God, it felt short. It felt like they chopped things, and certain things should have played out longer. Certain things shouldn't have just... Like, sometimes you go to a movie and it's like, we're at the end already? Oh, my God. You feel kind of, cheaped out. You feel shortcut. You know what I mean? I think Venom 2 was like that. What I can think of in recent history. Like, people were like, it's like short. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't, they should have. Now, I don't know if the first one was longer or not. I assume it probably was. But I remember it feeling longer, so pause. But
Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, The Marvels. I think these movies could have actually benefited from being longer movies. There was a lot happening in these movies that I think if they just took a little bit more time to try and set some more things up or to give some characters more time to develop, they could have been better films. Instead, they kind of felt rushed, and when a movie feels rushed, that can affect the way you kind of view how you feel about that movie, usually in a very negative way. Now, 2 hours and 7 minutes is really kind of a fine time for a movie, but there actually have been a lot of reports from some big outlets kind of doing analysis recently because of the Dune film and Oppenheimer. And in some articles that I've read, it actually says that it seems like fans tend to like the longer movies now rather than the shorter movies, which makes sense because two of the most successful movies that we've gotten recently, Dune and Oppenheimer, have been very long movies. Dune was 2 hours and 46 minutes long, and I think that was a really good runtime for it. I didn't feel bored. I didn't feel like...
Too long for me. I was bored. But, we're different people.
It dragged on for too long. The pacing of it, which is really important, was very good. And Oppenheimer was 3 hours, and I felt the same way about that movie that I felt about Dune 2. Both incredible movies with longer runtimes. And sometimes you need longer runtimes to really get more invested in characters and watch them develop as the movie goes on. Does that necessarily matter for a Deadpool movie? No, not necessarily. But does it matter for a Deadpool multiverse movie?
Yeah.
I would think
I think it does.
So I personally hope that it's a little bit longer than 2 hours and 7 minutes. I'd love to see it around the 2 hours and 30 minute mark, but of course I'll take it if it's 2 hours and 7 minutes. At least it's over 2 hours. But please let me know your personal thoughts about this in the comments down below. Would you like a longer Deadpool movie, or is this runtime just simply fine with you? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to help us get to 1 million subscribers. Also, if you subscribe and leave a comment, you're entered in our giveaway for a chance to win an Xbox
Alrighty. Get over to the Cosmic Burner, subscribe, tell them Tyrone Magnus sent you. So what do you feel? Huh? Should it be a longer movie? I think it should. If this is multiverse, you're going to have cameos. At the same time, you're trying to develop these characters and their chemistry between Wolverine and Deadpool. And also, I say you shove as much in as you can. Pause. But you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Fan service all day. Just do it right. 10 million subscribers.